Good morning, everyone. I'm Paolo Montemurro, and I am the director of Matera Hub, an organization based in the south of Italy, working to support the cultural and creative sector through capacity building programs, activities of internationalization and networking, and other projects funded by European Commission to support the sector. Today, I would like to talk with you about some of the things that we have witnessed during this past month, where the cultural and creative sector has been potentially one of the most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have been involved in a number of events, a number of discussions, a number of proposals for giving the sector resilience, giving the sector the capacity to overcome this moment of crisis, but also to maybe rethink the role of the cultural and creative sector in the society of our countries, of Europe and of the world. Because for the very first time, what we have been involved into is something that really touches everyone wherever we are, and also on the different levels the sector has reached. First of all, of course, when we talk about the cultural and creative sector, we have experienced, and probably it was the first thing that we saw closed when the pandemic started. We saw cinemas, we saw theater, we saw creative hubs, so all those spaces where normally culture is produced and is consumed to be not accessible anymore because people had to keep a certain distance from each other because it was not possible to ensure social distancing. This has brought the sector operators, the stakeholders, to start thinking about a new solution to reach their audience, a new solution to offer their products or services, a new solution to broadcast to audience their work, going digital. The topic of going digital has been discussed quite a lot. Not all agree that that has to be the only way culture and creativity can be reached and consumed. Of course, everyone loves to be in cultural spaces and share emotions of arts and culture and creativity with other people. But at the same time, the cultural and creative sector started to understand that potentially the digital channels give the opportunity to reach a wider audience, a global audience. So products from Italian cultural and creative operators can go really everywhere in the world thanks to this channel. Another important topic is related to the dialogue that the cultural and creative sector had with policymakers. In the very first month of the crisis, there was a discussion about what role had to have the culture and cultural sector in the society. How important were cultural and creative industries for the different governments in Europe and in the world? The first reaction was, of course, to set up some emergency measures to allow the sector to survive, to resist, to be resilient. But at a certain point, everyone understood that this was a good opportunity to really think to a new way to imagine the economic and local development passing through the power of culture and creativity. And then, of course, there was the need to really reflect on how the cultural and creative sector could work together inside Europe or inside the global network. What we said before is that for the first time we were living something that put us all together in the same situation. So what we have experienced is the activation of very powerful networking activities. You could have seen connection activated involving stakeholders from the cultural and creative sector, from Europe, from the US, from the Eastern Partnership countries. So everywhere it was possible to see these activities. And it was also very important because the new projects, the innovative projects that the operators from the sector were building had to consider a new situation, the so-called new normal that everyone is trying to understand how to live in. And that for the cultural and creative sector is very important because, as I was saying before, this is really where the new dialogue with spaces, the new dialogue with audiences, the new dialogue with communities has to happen. Another important point is the capacity of the cultural and creative sector to work together with other sectors. So until a certain moment, we were seeing the cultural and creative sector together with other sectors as the one affected by the crisis. So we were thinking at emergency measures, while on the other hand, we have never considered the sector as potentially part of the solution. Nobody until recently has started to think at the opportunity that operators from arts, culture, creativity, creative industries could bring to other sectors in order to face the challenges that the society is living. And so there is a very interesting exploration that some organizations are doing, trying to understand how arts, culture and creativity can work in cross-fertilization with other sectors, from economy, from society, from the different level of the community. We are seeing the cultural and creative operators working together with operators from the health sector, for example. And we are trying to understand how in the health system of the countries we can consider arts and culture as part of it. We are witnessing the involvement and the cooperation between the creative industries and social enterprises in order to activate processes of social innovation and how to reach the SDG goals from UN, trying to provide a creative solution to challenges that the world is trying to overcome and find solution to. We have also seen the cooperation between the cultural and creative sector and another sector that has been deeply affected by the pandemic, like the tourism, through projects that have tried to develop new tourism experiences that could have been in line with the new normal and the new way people probably would travel and would like to have experiences on tourism. So we have seen, for example, in places where culture has been strongly supported, like European capitals of culture, operators working together with the tourist operators in order to design not only new products for tourism, but also new way to consider tourism in a more experiential or transformative way, putting culture really at the heart of the experience that visitors wanted to do. Another important element is related to the possibility for, but this is something that has been already discussed quite a lot in recently, but also before the current crisis, and is to try and give to the cultural and creative sector operators a number of competencies related to the area of entrepreneurial competencies to make them able to plan their work properly, trying to maximize the resources available, trying to make the most out of their networks, trying to really build products that could have been sold in this new global perspective. So entrepreneurial competencies have become key for the resilience of the sector. They were already key, but now even more. And we think that this, together with the digital competencies that we already referred to, which are not only related to the production of contents and services on the digital channels, but also how to engage with the audiences in new ways. These are really key and very strong competencies to be developed. Then, of course, there is the need to develop those competencies and skills that will make the cultural and creative sector able to work together with other sectors, trying to use the innovation capacities and power of creative industries for the benefit of other sectors, but also to create these new possibilities, economic possibilities for the cultural and creative sectors. And this is something that we have seen slowly happening in the past years, but that now potentially can have a boost thanks to the situation of the pandemic and the needs to try and find new areas where creativity can be applied. Of course, in this, there is a need for the sector to create a constructive dialogue with operators and stakeholders from other sectors, from public sector, private sector, institution, and there is a need for policymakers to understand that the current situation needs brave decision, needs visionary policies, because to discuss and to think about the connection between health and creativity, it needs really visionary people to be able to see how this can work and to see the benefit that culture, arts and creativity can bring to the society. Indicators which are not only economic one, but are also related to the social impact of the work of creative industries in the society and in communities. And potentially this is also another area where it will be important to develop new skills, the area of being able to analyze and to show this new form of impact that the sector is able to bring to the community in this new scenario. So to conclude, this is what, in brief, we have been witnessing in the last couple of months in Europe, but also in the rest of the world, related to the potential innovation of creative industries and also the new competencies that cultural and creative sector operators have to develop in order to try and be even more resilient, even more flexible in the current situation, hoping that the next couple of months will be much better for everyone.